to RetroCore's first game of the 31st series. And first up is Rusei Yatsura for the Mega CD. Probably one of the best games for the machine that actually shows off its capabilities, thanks to Game Art's unique animation style. As you can see now, everything on the screen is pure Mega CD power, no FMV whatsoever. So as you probably guessed by now, this game is based on the anime of the same name by Rumiko Takahashi. Let's just adjust the camera here. That's better. As you can see, the intro to the game is quite like the actual animation intro. Now what you must remember, this game is like over 10 years old now, and then for its time this was cutting edge. The only other Mega CD game that comes close to this is another one of Game Art's titles called Yumi Mix. But Rusei Yatsura simply blows it away in terms of animation quality. So what type of game is it then? Well, it's actually a point-and-click adventure with a difference. Most point-and-click adventures consist of text, and more text, but this one actually features no text whatsoever. It's pure voice-driven, so unless you can understand Japanese, you're out of luck. But it is good for those who can understand Japanese but can't read it. So let's take a look at the game. So the guy on the screen at the moment is Ataru. Ataru is one of the main characters of the game. Just come on now as Lum. Lum is actually an alien who actually loves Ataru. The only thing is that he can't stand Lum. So he spends most of his time trying to get away from her, go on girl hunts and so on, while she tries to cuddle him. So we've got our look icon, we've got our feel icon, and we've got a speak icon. So if we go to the jacket here and have a look, with the look icon you can see it's lit up red, means you can use it. Here we go, we found a couple of cinema tickets, so just take them. Oops, wrong button.
さて誰と映画を見に行こうかな。
As you can tell, he's a real pervert. Here we have our inventory. All the stuff we find in the game is kept here.
チョコレート買ってあったんだっけ。
Into the kitchen.
Famicom 賞味期限大丈夫かな。何々2人で温泉旅行に出かけてきます。あとはよろしく。母よりだ。あのな。
Fans of the animation will be quite happy with this one. It features all the usual comedy from the anime. So let's go outside and meet love.
なんだ。これは
ランちゃんの人形だったね。ランちゃん、まだ昔のこと根に持ってるっちゃね。
So throughout the game you can find some hidden game cartridges. Just say where one is. One's behind this picture up here. Saves you looking for one of them anyway. So once you got them in your inventory, here they are here. You can actually play them on the game console. Girl Fighter Roo Nitro. To be honest, it's actually a bit on the crap side, but it's quite an interesting freebie. You can only play the girls, of course, so we'll go Lum. Basically, the bonus game consists of a punch, kick, and that's it really. I'm sure we got a special somewhere. Okay, you all know this one. Catch the falling items. Here we go, we're going to catch our little fishes here. Oop, don't want to catch the table. Wow. If you catch the table, you'll end up sitting down to eat his fish and waste some time. There you go. So basically this is sort of like one of the old Atari games. Can't remember the bloody name of it now. Wow. Very difficult. Shoot down the ships. There we go. I'd say the bonus games are quite basic, but they are quite fun. And quite a novel idea, really. If there's one bad thing you'd have to say about this game, it's pretty difficult actually, because the game is just so perfect. You probably have to say occasionally the loading times can be a bit iffy, you know, between animation parts, just stop, whatever. But to be honest, it's not even that much of a problem. In fact, you don't notice it most of the time. I'd say probably the worst thing, to be honest, would be that the game is quite short. You can actually get through the entire game in a matter of, I don't know, an hour, if you use a player's guide or whatever. So, could you actually recommend this game to people who can't speak Japanese? Well, to be honest, maybe not, but to the fan of the TV series, I think it'd go down quite well. So there you have it, Urusei Yatsura, getting a Metro Core score of 8 out of 10. Overall, very very good game, only let down by the fact that it's a bit short to complete the main tasks. But there's always lots of time to come back and see all the extras. Definitely worth getting if you're a Mega C owner and you're looking for something to impress your mates. Makaimura, the game which brought spookiness into the platform era. While most people in the West were playing on their Amigas and their Atari STs with the substandard arcade conversions, the Japanese were playing on their sharp X68000s, bringing home perfect arcade conversions such as this, Strider, Final Fight, and many many more. This version puts the Mega Drive version to shame. In fact, it makes the Mega Drive version look more like a Master System and the Master System look more like a Game Boy. Even the Super Famicom's Super Ghouls and Ghosts is nothing compared to this one. So let's take a look and have a look at the power of the Sharp X68000 with the arcade perfect version of Ghouls and Ghosts, as it's known in the West. Just look at that. Absolutely pixel perfect to the arcade machine. And absolutely crap game skills from me. The Sharp 68000 was only a 16-bit home computer, I should say. Just like the Amiga and the Atari ST were. The fact is that the Japanese just know what to do better. The Sharp X68000 is capable of reproducing many of the classic arcade games absolutely pixel perfect, as you can see from this. Another one is Strider, which we might feature in next month's Virtual Core. So I'm sure you all know about Ghouls and Ghosts. It features our hero Arthur off to save his lady, which is being kidnapped again. And he's got to fight his way through the levels and kill the big demons at the end. Yeah, go on, fuck off. These things are bloody annoying. I hate these things. For those who have never played in the Ghouls and Ghosts series of games, you won't know how bloody tough these games are. Capcom seriously wanted to make people destroy a few controllers when making this game. It's absolutely rock solid. And the worst thing is you've got to finish the game twice before you even get to the ending. Which really pissed people off, or pissed me off, I know that much. But the thing is, Capcom can get away with it because the game is such a classic. The music's great, the graphics are great, the playability is spot on. And it's challenging enough to last you well over a month. Okay, you can see there we've got some shadows in the background which weren't featured in the Mega Drive home conversion. Ah! Let's see if we can get the nice catch. There we go, nice catch. Unfortunately, it's really hard to find sharp X68000 games these days that actually work, because they all came on those 5.5-inch floppy disks, which over time lose all the magnetized power, unfortunately. So this game that's actually running on a hard drive, since the original discs don't work anymore, which is a shame. Throughout the game you can pick up little trinket jars from various enemies, and these jars contain items such as bonus points to extra weapons. There's one there. Oh, and the little shit just killed me. There you go, there's the fire weapon, which you shouldn't have got because it's completely crap for this level. One of the better weapons I think is a small dagger. You can throw it really fast. Other weapons include an axe, some sort of a boomerang cross thingy. Apart from the extra weapons, there's the chance to gain some extra power armor, which is coloured gold. With that you can power up the weapon to full potential. Here's the axe. So there you had Ghouls and Ghosts there on the Sharp X68000. Excellent game, absolutely flawless compared to the arcade. You can't get any better of a conversion, to be honest. So we're going to have to give it a retro core score of 9 out of 10.
Battle station, unidentified spacecraft inbound from Delta Line, bearing 3. Number unknown, but increasing. RTP squadron scramble immediately. Repeat, scramble now. Squadron 207, scramble now. Rendezvous with squadrons 279 and 333. Take position for evacuation. This is not a drill. Repeat, this is not a drill. emergency code. Quick!
Undercover Cops for the Super Famicom. You just gotta love the audio on this game, it's amazing. Conversion by XVID for the Super Famicom, originally by Item. The Super Famicom conversion is actually quite a good conversion. Graphics are nice and beefy, as you can see. Detail is extremely good. Animations are quite a bit less than the original arcade machine. But everything else is in there. Pick up your weapon. Wow. Nice touch is in this game. To pick up something big, you gotta smack your button a bit. Here, look on the monitor down here. See R-Type playing. Press that button. There we go. Got it up. As you can see, when you hit people with the stick or a big concrete pole, bits fly off it. You see there. Boss time. So a couple of girders at the other side. There's only a standard array of moves. We got jump here, we got a punch, we got a special. There we go. Doing a bit of a special action. God knows what it is, but it knocks him out anyway. You got your usual bundle of throwers. She throws them with her hair. Probably the only woman on the planet who can. The idea is not to get caught under this press here, which I'm about to. There we go. Try and throw this little shit under it, and that'll be the end of him. A lot of people may not go for this game, but I quite like it. It makes a change from Final Fight, which is probably the definitive we'll go beat 'em up for the SNES. By no means is Undercover Cops perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than the rival Turf series by Jellicoe. Unfortunately, Undercover Cops does suffer from quite a bit of slowdown at times, which is a bit of a downer. Like most beat-em-ups of its time, though, you don't seem to get much more than 4 or 5 characters on screen at once. Probably one of the only games that does have more than that is probably Streets of Rage 2 on the Mega Drive, or Streets of Rage 3 as well. Another bad thing about Undercover Cops is the lack of moves. Like I said before, you've got your standard punch, kick and throw special. And get up your little sword. But within time you sort of get a bit dull. No, it's just something about Final Fight that keeps you going, but this game doesn't have it. But the inclusion of extra big sticks to whack your opponents with sort of makes up for it. As you can see, the slowdown's coming in there. Give it a special. Oops. So I've had the bad points. Slow down, lack of moves. But the Undercover Cops certainly have some good points. But a beat 'em up has got quite a variety of levels. Before you saw the elevator level, which of course Streets of Rage 2's got. But this level is quite different from the usual beat 'em up affair. You've got to progress along the level. If you don't progress fast enough, you're going to drop off as the level disintegrates under your feet. Just throw these little bitches off. Go on, get off. You too. Especially you off. just love those little eye catchers. Just like a Japanese animation. It's always on the cover cost really worth getting. But if I was one of those tits from Gamesville, I go, you know me, Daz, it's all about the gameplay, I'm into my beat-em-ups. So I'd have to give it a bloody 10 out of 10. But to be honest with you, it's a good game, it's got its downfalls, slow down and so on. But I'm going to have to give it a score of 6 out of 10. Being one of the later Super Famicom releases in 1995, you'd expect it to be a little bit better programmed without the slowdown. But overall, fans of beat-em-ups will enjoy it, but I think that's about it really. Everyone else, stick with your Streets of Rage 2. Or if you don't own a Mega Drive, get yourself Final Fight. The Sega Wondermega. In a world where consoles look like they were designed by the guy who invented the Rubik's Cube, the Sega Wondermega is the only sexy console available. Sega Wondermega by Sega and Victor of Japan, better known as JVC. This is Sega and JVC's attempt to make a console together. This is in fact the Sega branded version, which is rare of the two. Both of them are quite rare these days to find in such new condition as this one. This one's actually mint, in perfect condition. One thing that sets the Wondermega apart from other machines back then and even now is the fact that it has a motorized lid. You have to use the control panel to get your CD games out. So you just press open here and look what happens. Sexy or what? The CD drawer is surrounded by these two green lights which seem to look yellow on this tape. They don't serve any purpose whatsoever except to look flash. Down here we have your ready and access lights. Down the front of the console we have this little panel here, which when we open up reveals a couple of hidden buttons. In here we have a headphone socket with a volume control, two mic sockets for the karaoke mode, and over here to the far right we have the FX volume, which controls these little devils over here. These are the Wondermega's DSP buttons, which control the different sound types which the machine can handle. For starters we have the game, then we have the bass, then we have karaoke, and of course finally off. I don't know whether you'll be able to hear the difference on the video, but let's give them a try. Okay, so we've got KO going. Let's try out these DSPs. First up we'll try the game. Oh, much better, far more beefy. Extra bass. Not bad. Karaoke. Doesn't sound too good on games. We'll try that one later. Not only does the Wondermega take Mega CD games, of course, it also takes Mega Drive games. So let's give one a try here. Let's give a Virtual Racing a whiz. Okay, power off. Plunk it in the slot here. And switch on. There we go, Virtual Racing on the Mega Drive. Or should I say, Virtual Racing on the Wondermega. Let's take a look around the back of the machine. The Wondermega features quite an array of outputs. Here we've got the voltage in, and this one's quite an important one, or quite an interesting one. This is the MIDI output, which lets you connect MIDI equipment to the Wondermega to turn it into a fully fledged studio. Over here we have your standard composite audio video outs, and next to that we have the S-video out, and then over here we have a very unusual looking RF unit. Further over to the left we've got the extension out used for the Mega modem, and a little screw hole which I presume is for the Mega modem to connect to. So there you have it, the Sega Wondermega. One machine which should have came out all over the world, but never. Actually, the Americans got a bastardized version of it from JVC known as the XI, which is completely repulsive. But of course the Japanese get the best version of everything, don't they?
Long before the PlayStation generation, gamers never knew what it was like to be in fear. But the veteran gamer knew quite well that Resident Evil was not the original survival horror. Namco brought us Splatterhouse.
Just look at all that blood and guts. And people thought Resident Evil was the first to bring us that. Namco Splatterhouse was probably the first original horror game. And back in those days it was pretty gruesome, and still quite gruesome even by today's standards. Just look at that poor woman in the background, completely mutilated to death. Back in the 80s, games weren't so long, and Splatterhouse is one of those quite short games. It's only got 5 levels, if I remember rightly, but it is hard as nails, which is something a lot of games are missing these days. Splatterhouse was certainly one for the challenging. Many older gamers might remember this bit being a complete pain in the ass. The little blood-sucking intestine worms grab hold of your legs. There you go, surprise one jumps out here. Fuck off. Namco did a really good job with Splatterhouse. The whole spooky atmosphere is there, from exploding zombies to mutated humans, blood and guts. You got the whole lot. The only thing missing is the Jason chainsaw, which I think you'd have to leave out, but they obviously ripped them off. Just look at the detail on the graphics when you hit these things here. See them open up? Disgusting. Look at that. The whole thing about Splatterhouse is perfect precision. Even if you're just the slightest pixel off, you end up falling to your doom. The whole game takes what most games don't take these days. It's quite a lot of skill. If you got the skill, the game's not actually that hard, but those without skill will find this game extremely tedious. Not as hard as the Mega Drive sequel, Splatterhouse 2, but still quite a challenge. Here we go, end of level boss. It's gonna be a right pain in the ass in the poltergeist room. First you have to avoid the objects falling down. Then the chair will come to life. Next is the daggers. And finally the picture, which just killed me straight away. Throughout the game there are lots of secret weapons to pick up. You get things from meat cleavers, even a wrench to throw at people, spears and whatever, but this is my favourite, the shotgun. Just take out the Texas Chainsaw Massacre maniac here. Now this guy can be a right sod. His reach is far greater than the main characters. So the thing to do is jump in, hit him a couple of times and get out of the way. Not like that. What a twat. The atmosphere of the game is especially good. Namco have done a really good job creating that spooky atmosphere. This hall of mirrors here, for its time, was quite impressive. And it really gives you the feeling of a shiver down the spine, which mirrors the copy going to come from. Here's his girlfriend. Is she safe? Will Jason win to save his girl? Doesn't look like. So Splatterhouse 1, sorry, not Splatterhouse 2. A very, very good game from Namco. All the way back from 1988. We're going to give it a retro... can't speak English now. We're going to give it a retro core score of 7 out of 10. Only let down by the fact that it can be quite frustrating and there are only 5 levels in there. But overall, Splatterhouse is a very good game. Graphics for its time were amazing. Here we got Shutokou Battle for the Sega Saturn from those lovely people at Racing. Okay, let's start it up. First of all, you got a choice of 3 ships to select. Personally, I think this red one here is the best. Shutokou Battle comes to us from Racing, as I said. It's a conversion of the STV arcade board, otherwise known as the Titan board in the West. Basically, it's just a Sega Saturn in an arcade cabinet. And in my own personal opinion, this is probably one of the best STV board conversions around. Graphics absolutely stunning. You've got pre-rendered spaceships, polygons for the background. In this stage at least. Transparency effects, massive sprite scaling effects, which is what the Saturn is best at. And amazing chip generated music. All the audio you're hearing now comes straight from the Sega Saturn sound chip. No CD streaming in this game whatsoever. You can see this first stage is quite short, but later stages are quite a lot longer than that first one. We also let loose with a cluster bomb. Shutokou Battle features different types of weapons. You can see here we've got your standard blaster weapon, and here we've got the bomb. And most important is this laser lock-on here. The laser lock-on can lock in from items above and below the screen. So as you can see, I'm attacking that ship that's below me. These are on the same plane as me. Of course I can take them out. Also, items which are zooming in from above can also be locked on with the laser and taken out. There are actually 2 types of lasers. This one, the one that you just saw, which is probably the most useful. And then we have this one here, which is more of a cluster attack. You can see it there. It's a lot more powerful than the laser, but doesn't let as many clusters out as what you get with lasers. So while the laser is less powerful than the cluster attack, you certainly hit a lot more objects and it seems to be more effective overall. This game just oozes quality. Sure, it's not perfect, it's got bits of slow down in there when you put on the highest difficulty level. And sometimes you get hit by God knows what because you just can't see what's coming. The action is that frantic. But overall, the entire atmosphere of the game is one of just pure quality. The music plays a really big part in it, which is something overlooked by many Western gamers. It just gives you that sense of being at war with the military attack. Down the very bottom of the screen down there, you can see a couple of trucks and a big boss. Well, we'll be visiting them later on when the screen zooms all the way down, which show a bit of the sands to the scaling powers. Here we go, again a bit closer to them now. them out. Ah, shit. That one got me. So why should you buy this game over other Saturn shooters? Well, it's a good question. Saturn's not exactly short of shooters. But I'd say, to the defense of this one, it's probably got a graphic quality higher than most Saturn shooters out there. The sound is amazing. The playability is spot on. You can't fault the playability at all. And it has this one extra feature that keeps you coming back. Just take a look. It's the extra options menu. In here you get the chance to change all sorts of different options to customize the game. Of course you got your button configuration there, which is probably the only thing in the entire game in English. Here we go, how many times you finish the game, where if you have to loop the game twice before you get the ending and so on. The amount of lives you can have, the amount of bombs you can have. This one I haven't figured out what it is yet. These options open up the more you play the game, so obviously I haven't played it enough to open up these. This option here allows you to config whenever you get extra bonus lives and so on. But the best option to unreveal, it's actually one of the first options to unreveal, strangely enough, is the Raising Sound History, which features music from 3 of their top games, which are also on the Sega Saturn. And these feature all the different music from the games, so you can listen to all your Raising favourites on your Shutokou Battle. So Retroscore has to give I can't even say the name now. Has to give Shutokou Battle quite a good score. It's got the playability there. It'll keep you coming back for quite some time. You know, it's got the extra options, the challenge and everything. We're going to give it a score of 8 out of 10. Here we go with our very first Famicom review, and just happens to be a Sega game. Okay, so here we got Afterburner 2. Famicom version was released by Sunsoft, or reprogrammed by Sunsoft, and as you can see they've done a pretty decent job of keeping the arcade feel intact. Graphic wise, that's not too bad for the Famicom, that is. Sounds a bit iffy, but it does have all the sampled speech there from the arcade. But how does it play? Okay, well, let's give it a try. Okay, well, the controls are actually quite responsive. But as you can see, I just got shut down by completely nothing, which is going to bring me on to the bad point in the game now. It's quite difficult to actually see what's coming ahead of you due to the sprite flicker. As you can see, I've just been shut down twice there. First time, didn't know what hit me. Second time, missile hit me, which you can just about see. The actual movement of the plane itself is pretty restricted. It doesn't feel as smooth as the Master System version. And as you can see again, I just got killed by completely nothing. So, it is quite an interesting release, and graphically I'd say they've done a pretty decent job. As far as playability goes though, it's actually a non-starter. You just can't see what's coming ahead, and you end up getting blown away by nothing. So unfortunately, Afterburner on the Famicom doesn't actually get quite high marks. We give it a retro core score of only 3 out of 10.